Hi everyone. Hi everyone. We are live and hi Ashwin. Birthday wishes to you, Ashwin. I've sent the request to the author. The author will be connected with us soon. So let us wait for the author to join the live session, and then I'll share the details of the author. Who is the author coming with us? It's a surprise, so let us wait. I think. Uh, okay, hi, the author is here. Kinshuk, I've send you the invitee. So please, can you accept that invitee? Can you share? Can you just send me an invitee? I'll accept your invitee. Yes, who is the lucky author for today? Yes, the lucky author is coming soon with us. So, Kinshuk, can you share me the invitee? I think you are unable to accept my invitee. I've shared you the invitee. Can you accept it? If not, you just share me the invitee, then I'll connect with you. So it happens sometimes, the invitee error and all going on nowadays in Instagram, not an issue. Okay. Kinchu, can you hear me? I've sent you the invitee. Okay. Kinshuk, I think you are unable to join the invitee. Can you send me the invitee back from the invitee section? Then I can accept your invitee. Yes, I got your request, and here we are going live with our author of the day.
Yeah,
Yes,
hi.
hi,
Can
the
you hear
wait
me?
is over. Yes, hi, how are
No,
you?
I'm really good. I'm sorry. I think it was a glitch. I was not able to figure it
Yes,
out. So
yes,
this is actually my first live. So yeah,
oh
I'm a
wow.
new author. Yeah.
I'm the lucky one. That's why I've kept the surprise that I did not reveal your introduction and name yet. So
Okay.
people are just asking me who is the lucky author, who is going live and all. So it happens that
Super.
invitee glitch is going on nowadays with Instagram, not an issue.
I
So
was
let
actually
me,
trying to get in from my laptop. I was not able to. Then I connected using my mobile.
okay,
I,
okay, okay.
there's
So
some issue
welcome
there.
to the live interview. Let me introduce you to
Thank you.
the viewers. So,
Sure.
hello everyone. Today we are having author Kumar Kinshuk with us, who has written a book which you all might be aware about, Two Indian Girls, and it is his first book. He is from Kolkata, and in his free time, I am really excited. I'll ask him questions about this also. He likes to recite shairis and many more things. So, Kinshuk, we will ask you shairis also. Be ready for that.
Oh my God. So I don't remember much. Yeah, I do write, but yeah, it's there on my blog and everything. I don't
Yes.
really remember much,
Okay. So let
but I can read
the
one for
viewers.
you.
Yeah, that would be really nice. So you introduce yourself to the viewers, Kinshuk. It would be really nice of you. Viewers are waiting to hear from you.
Yes, thank you so much for the great introduction. So basically, I belong to Ranchi as a city. I'm from Jharkhand and Bihar, and I have been in Kolkata now for 22 years. So it's my home now. I have been here long enough, and I really love the Kolkata Mishti Doi and Rosogullas and everything. I
Yes,
have huge number of Bong friends and a lot of Marwari friends over here because Kolkata means Bongs and Marwari, lots of
yes,
them here. And so it's a beautiful city. Ranchi is also a very nice city. You should
yes.
visit sometime. And we have Mahendra Singh Dhoni, our mascot there. So
Yeah,
yeah, he also appears in the book, by the way. One chapter he's there.
yes.
Yeah. So basically, my background, I'll tell you. I'm a BSc Physics honors pass out from St. Xavier's College, and I did my MBA from TAPI Management Institute in Manipal, Karnataka. After which, I have been last 22 years in various corporate roles. Right now, taking care of business segment for a very large multinational firm.
Okay,
But apart from that, I have always been writing a lot of stuff. It started more with more political and economic affair writing. So I have
yes,
contributed some articles on the economy and on the IT industry in
correct.
Hindustan Times in the past. But my father actually got this love into me. He is professor of English at Ranchi University, now retired. So
Wow,
during my childhood, he used to ask us to write, myself, my brother, sister, all of us, we used to write essays, and he used to keep correcting 7 times, 8 times, and we used to keep writing, trying to improve. So, and he gave us a lot of books, so Shakespeare and uh, Shinua Shebe, so Arrow of God, you might have read, amazing
yes,
book. So books like Manohar Malgaonkar, awesome author.
yes,
So some
correct.
of those books we started reading early in our childhood, and I used to write a lot then also. But somehow it was there, dormant, over the years. You get into the grind and you keep working in the corporate, trying to move up the ladder, and writing somehow becomes dormant. So over the last 5 years, actually, I've been trying to kind of complete this novel. It took a lot of time because I'm not an English honors student, so I was not really aware of like, is there a structure to it in the first place? So how do you structure a novel and how do you write it? First, you write the end and then you go back. So I was like,
Correct.
it was meandering thoughts which kept coming to me, and I used to keep writing. Eventually, my dad told me, okay, now please write it in a structure, figure it out. What do you want to, where do you want to go, what do you want to write? And then he gave me a few books of Agatha Christie and others.
Okay,
And then there were none. Super books. So read some of those books also, then figured out, okay, let me first try mystery. So that's how slowly kind of changed the book also slightly. People who
okay,
have read it already would figure out that book started with a lot of social messaging and a lot of
yes,
political, economic messaging also, but slowly turned completely on the head into a mystery novel. But
yes.
the second and the third, which I've already completed, it's work in WIP. So there it is like nail biting mystery.
Okay. So nice of you, Kinshuk, to hear so many things. So, like you said, your father was a like professor, and also it happens if someone is a teacher or professor at home, the same things happen. What happens to the students in class?
I know, I know. So maybe
So,
his frustrations in college and everything, and people not really studying well. So I remember every single essay he would correct 7 times. So many mistakes. So, but then you learn through the process. It
yes.
helps.
Someone has written here first bestseller in letters and correspondence. So yes, thank you so much. So I would like to tell the viewers that just the Kindle released I think a week back. So
Yeah,
it is now in the bestsellers, and soon the paperback is also going to publish. So
right.
can the viewers know when will be the paperback coming?
So we are working on it. Our publisher is also working on it frantically. Actually, we lost a little time during this lockdown. We were not aware it would suddenly happen, and we were going to
Yes.
release at that point in time. So I think as soon as the lockdown is over in Chennai area, it should come. Another 10 days, I guess.
Okay. Best wishes to you so that it
Thank you
also
so much.
reaches to the best selling. Okay, so coming back to the book, Kinchuk, like you said that it starts with social things, and then it goes with slowly with thriller, suspense. So I would like to tell the viewers that yes, The book is a complete whole filled with all emotions. There is love, friendship, suspense, thriller, crime. The cover itself, you will come to know from the cover itself that crime sign is there. Then two Indian girls it is given. The cover is really beautifully designed. So, can you just let
I,
us know, is it your imagination or who designed that cover?
so I really don't know the name of the gentleman who's designed the cover, but he
Oh,
is part of the team of the publisher.
wow.
So yeah, he's done an amazing job. But the description I definitely gave as to what I wanted on the cover, but he's been able to kind of put it down to the nail, like really well. He's brought it out, and the first instance he showed it to me, I loved it. I didn't want to kind of change it at all. So yeah, maybe the
Yeah,
colors here and there he might have changed, but overall the look of it and the two girls, the way it has come out, because these two are different, completely different people. So it has come out so well in the cover as well.
yeah, it's really beautiful. On Kinshuk's Instagram page, also we can see the trailer of the book, the two Indian girls with two girls performing the trailer. So the characters, the two Indian girls, their name is Khushbu and Amrita. So we will just release these two Indian girls' name over here, but not other characters' name. For that, you'll have to go and read the book. And one more
Right.
thing we would like to tell you to all of you, those who are present in here and those who will see afterwards, that the book is available on Kindle for free. So you can go and just download it and read the book and enjoy the series of the book, because more series from the book is coming soon. It is not the end. Like nowadays we see Mirzapur and all, and we wait for the series, that next series will come. So yes, for Kinshuk's next book also, I am eagerly waiting and hope all the viewers will also wait for that.
Absolutely. And as you rightly said, today and tomorrow it's available for free download. So it's part of the promotional campaign that Kindle allows us to do. So we are
Okay.
utilizing this to basically, my wife was saying, why do you have such a big heart? Why are you giving out the book? So I said,
Okay.
no, I need readers today. I'm a new guy. I am really looking forward to readers who would want to maybe experiment with me by maybe even downloading a free book. But
Yes.
then I'm sure once they go through it, and they would really wait for the second one. And
Yes.
my
Indeed.
second one is better than the first one.
It
That I
it
can tell
will
you.
it will be it will be because the things you have been present in the book, we would like to like Kinshuk hear from you about
Yeah,
like not for the book, we will go afterwards. Let surprise reveal slowly to the people around. First, let
sure.
us know, like you said that your father might be the strict person behind your writings and all. So, is it really your father or your wife or someone else behind your writings?
No, so the love for writing came only because of my dad. That I have to give him complete credit for, because, and it was through tough messaging, through a lot of work. It involved a lot of work. But maybe at that tender age, he was able to instill in me that sense that you need to be perfect, and nobody wants to be perfect. Nowadays people don't, and with
Correct.
WhatsApp and everything, you don't need to really be perfect.
Yes.
But yeah, grammatically you need to be good, and your spelling mistake should not be there. And those things were like, at least the old teachers used to believe in that, and I have grown that way. Now, however, as I told you, maybe 20 years I had not written at all. After that, suddenly started writing, and not in a structure, because not from that discipline per se, but eventually
Correct.
realized that I need to get into a discipline and I need to write. And maybe the lockdowns helped last year, because after 8 o'clock in the night, then nobody used to disturb you and you are not commuting. So I got some time to really, burn the midnight oil and start writing again. So I have completed maybe three novels during those 3 months, uh,
Wow.
mostly nighttime writing.
That's really great. Means the night lamp things are been getting real now in this stage.
Yeah,
Okay. This is, I think, Piyush Jha. Congratulations and all the best. Then Toshi Prasad.
thank you.
So thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yes, Kinshuk is very thankful to you all.
Right.
Okay. So yes, people are showering so much love. Keep showering this on him so that his books releases and reaches to the bestseller more and more. Okay, so your wait is over. We'll just go inside the book now.
Sure. Sure.
So I would like to tell you each and everyone that the book is not like only two Indian girls. If you go by the cover, you will think yes that this is the story of two Indian girls. Simple something twist and something might be there, but no. The cover itself says that the book is filled with many other emotions, many fiction, crime, suspense, love, friendship. Nothing has been left out. I think everything is covered in that first series.
So
So
is it
it
a
is,
Bollywood dhamaka?
yeah, I said you like
Mix
Mirzapur
everything
and
in
all.
it.
Like people wait to see the series of Mirzapur that it should never end. So I think it would be the same with your book. They will never stop buying it and they will continuously read it. So one thing is
Thank you so
like,
much.
welcome. So characters Amrita and Khushbu, are
Yeah.
these your fictional characters or they like you have experienced these two girls somewhere in your life?
So, fiction also comes out of an author's mind because of certain experiences that he's had over a period of time. And I have had enough experiences with people. I have also been a student of marketing, sales, and human resources in the
Yes,
past. So I do analyze and observe people, their thought processes, how they speak, how they talk, what is there behind the mind, what is coming out. So I do analyze people. It gives me a way to, kind of co-create the character in future. It's a
correct.
way to co-create a character in future. I wouldn't say the two characters mirror somebody in my life or somebody I know. That is not correct to say. They are actually fictional characters, but yeah, the co-creation process has worked because maybe I would have pulled in some elements of somebody into some character. So character wise, if you see, Amrita is a totally different girl, and she's been portrayed as a tigress
Yes,
under a very beautiful skin. And Khushbu is a genuine, like a Bihari girl, uh, very very nice girl who would be very good as a homemaker, and she also wants to kind of develop into a good career maker, but do something very different. So these two are different people. One is going rapidly rising the corporate ladder. The other one wants to first marry, take it easy, and then get into some kind of a career. And that career might not be a corporate career, might be totally different altogether. But these two girls are best of friends, and it is their story actually. The way after the marriage, whatever happens, how things pan out, how she kind of meets so many different people, and through her interactions, whatever comes out, and how Amrita is protective of Khushbu because Amrita is the smarter one from Mumbai. So how all of this pans out, and then a crime happens, or was it a crime? Was it a simple uh, life taken by somebody himself? So it was a suicide or a crime. You have to figure out, and then that inspector kind of comes in.
yes,
And that is the best part, I feel, because
yes,
then he goes through the processes in a manner which nowadays we don't see policemen in India do. I wouldn't say that, not everybody. Some of them might be doing it as a pure detective, but these arts used to be like we have seen so many old novels and so many old serials where in India also it used to happen that way. Now we
correct.
also know about the Scotland Yard, and it has been referred in the book that they still follow a certain process, or in FBI they follow a certain process, but the guy here sitting in Patna is following that process. So it's
Correct.
great to see him follow the process and kind of peel off the layers to see who's the villain of the piece.
So yes, it's really a nice plot to see both the girls getting married and then the story converting into some climax, suspense, and then murder, mystery, police coming and all. Really, you have just put up a Bollywood movie in the sense. I think soon producers will call you to just create the book into a movie now.
No idea about it. I'm too
Yes.
small a fry. Nobody knows me. So
No, we
that's
are
okay.
there and everyone will know you. So here author Ashwin was with us. I think he's still there. He asked a question that who is your favorite author?
So, I have read many books. By now, I would have read maybe 500 books. But I was not really a reader of fiction. So I started off as being a reader of non-fiction management books, economics, a lot of
Okay.
those stuff, self-help. So uh, I would have read a lot of those stuff, and I like a few books there. For example, Think and Grow Rich,
Okay.
Napoleon Hill. So Rich Dad Poor Dad, awesome book. Really learned things from there.
Good.
But
Very nice.
in fiction, while I came, and my dad told me to read certain, books, which if I don't read according to him, then I have not read. So,
Correct.
yeah. So while we were telling him, no, sir, no, dad, you need to read Amish Tripathi, you need to read Chetan Bhagat, and all the biggies in India, he said, no, you go back 50 years, read a Manohar Malgaonkar, Bend in the Ganges, read Shinua Achebe, Arrow of God. Awesome book. Awesome portrayal of the village in Africa. Then you would also have read, Silent Patient by Alex Michaelis.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah, it's a recent book, but I loved it. The way he has written, the way that story develops, psychology as well as criminal minds coming together. It's an awesome book. I also liked Sharp Objects. So it's a good book. Not very popular in India. I think The Gone Girl is more popular in India. But the
Yes.
first book
Gone
was
Girl. Yes.
Sharp Objects. Yeah, so I love that book also. But I would have to tell you, some of the best books are some of the old books. You need to go
Yeah.
back to the
It's
classics
indeed
sometimes.
correct.
I
Correct.
loved the Meluha first time when I read it. A great book. Then you have something, I think, forgetting the name, The Kite Runner. It's an
Yeah. That is
amazing book.
also. I think
Yeah,
a movie is also there with the name
yeah,
The
movie
Kite
is
Runner.
also there.
Yes.
I think Khalid Hosseini,
Yes.
very, very nice author. So some of these books are my favorite. I have read many, many books, and
Okay.
many non-fiction books are also my favorite. Agatha Christie happened to me very recently, only about
That
say
is
six
my
months back
favorite
or eight
thing
months back.
since my like I think from 2008. Agatha Christie, so
Okay,
it was my favorite all time.
okay. So I've just read maybe three, four books, but I
Yes.
like the
Very
storyline and the way
interesting.
she
Yes.
presents. Yeah, Mr. Poirot and all his, the Belgian accent and everything.
Yes.
It's
True.
different. It's good. She's
Yes.
created a very good character there.
True. True.
So that's what I exactly over the long term want to do: create characters who would
Yeah.
be
It's
bigger
true.
than books, and those characters would create books for themselves. So
Yes.
like Amrita over here, to my mind, would create books in the future.
Wow.
Uh, Rajiv, the inspector, would create books in the future,
Yes.
and
Khushbu.
I would also sometime, like to get into something slightly different, not only mystery. So I would want to do certain politico-social books also.
Okay.
So I would like to write about for example, A Bend in the Ganges was about the Indian partition. So, and I have read another book on the partition. I forget the name. A very famous author from Great Britain, an Indian, forgetting his name. Anyways,
Partition 1947, I think so. You are speaking about that.
yeah, I'm speaking about the Indian partition.
Yeah, name
Great,
I also don't. It's very beautiful book.
yeah, yeah,
I
it's a
cannot
very nice
recall
book.
that.
So, but then you need to kind of nowadays what I see is, and this is across international authors, that they don't write in too many genres. They write
Yes,
only in single genre because it's
correct.
easier for your customer to be connected to you. They would know, okay, this guy has written, so it is this. So, for example, in India, if a Neil De Silva is writing, so is horror. If, for example, Novo Neil is writing, it is mystery.
Yes,
If so, that way they have made it very, very clear cut. They don't get into other genres.
correct.
I would want to break it. I don't know. Maybe.
So I think author Ashwin, he got his answer and he is still live with us. He totally
Okay.
agrees with
Thank you.
all the books which you love it, and he is replying us again and again. So thank
Okay.
you, Ashwin, for putting up this question. We came to know and learn more about our new author. So, just taking a break from the book and asking you some more question about your life. I
Okay.
read that you are a photography lover in your free time, shairi lover, and one more thing I would tell each and everyone that he loves kitchen gardening to make salads, Italian salads and all. So, like, only salads you cook, or you just cook food also?
No, no, I'm not a cook really. Uh, I really am not a cook. I don't cook
Okay.
at all.
Okay, you are
Uh,
a cook like
Maybe
cooking
once or
without
twice.
fire.
Yeah, I cook without fire. You're right there. But
Yes.
and this is a new, it's a very new, I think during lockdown I picked it up. So what I have done is hydroponics basically. I wanted to get into that. So by the use of indoor light and by the use of, water only without soil. So
Okay.
if you want to create lettuce, kale, basil, all of these items you
Wow.
can grow indoors without using soil,
Oh,
using the
wow.
internal light. So I practiced it, and for one full year, I was able to feed my family very good salads.
So nice.
So
So, like, we would like to hear in future live sessions about this also from you. And
sure.
here, someone has asked a question that which character is your favorite in your book?
So I'm this book. My presentation of the character of Amrita, to my mind, is a very sharp, very powerful character, and she can go places. Uh, she can actually create, as I earlier said, a lot of books all by herself. But I also think Rajiv is a great character to take forward. So he
Okay.
has many elements inside him, the way he reacts to situations, uh, and the way he kept on his own while actually talking to very senior people in business, in government. So to that extent, I think he has a lot of shades in the character which can be utilized very well in future work.
Yes. So I think someone had asked, so I think you got the answer. So like coming with the same characters only, I've went through the book, I've read the book, but I would love to hear from you and viewers also because we are presenting you. So instead of I speaking about the book, it's really nice if you speak. How did Amrita and Khushbu they met?
So that clarity has not been given in the book, but they were obviously not part of school going team together. So they met in college days in Pune. I think somewhere it's written also, but very briefly, nothing much mentioned about the
No,
college life.
nothing much. Only hardly
Yeah,
few lines.
yeah. So I did not want to go back into future or into the past. While I think you might have read, so Amrita's past we've kind of worked on,
Yes.
but not much about Khushbu's past.
No, no, no. So that's why I think Amrita somewhere is your favorite character.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Some people
like,
may say that as a character she may be very stereotyped, or
yeah,
uh, people may say that, and I would appreciate and respect their opinion. But that was a way of, there are people, uh, so you can write about them.
we cannot force the reader to write what he or she wants to write in the review. But I would really appreciate to the viewers and the readers who will read the book to give a genuine review rather than just plotting it out and reading the blurb and just going into some just copy paste and all. Give a genuine review which Kinshuk will also love, and he can whatever if you feel somewhere or the other he has lacked somewhere. You can even write that. It is always welcomed. So I think it's right, Kinshuk.
Yeah, it is learning process.
Yes.
First book, obviously, and all those readers out there, a lot of love and hugs to them. Because of them, writers actually become big in future whenever they do become big. And more than anything else, at least one has to improve in one's craft, and that happens only because of genuine and loving readers. Nothing else improves a writer, and a writer also gets a lot more comfort and a lot more will to write more if readers start questioning him, saying that this is not the right way, maybe you could have stepped this, or maybe the end could have been different, or maybe this could have been different. So if you get into that dialogue with the reader, you learn a lot more. So I would love to hear. And I appreciate. You may give me a 1 star if you want. I'm a new writer.
No,
I don't
that book
mind it.
is not for 1 star. Yeah, I can tell more than 4 star it is. So 1 star, don't even think of that.
No, what I'm trying to say is I need genuine reviews
Yeah,
wherein
correct.
you kind of share what you want to say. Help me improve my craft. Thank you. Yeah, that's what.
So that's really nice of you, Kinshuk. And I think viewers are so excited. They are continuously asking questions. They are giving you best wishes. And
Thank you.
slowly, slowly, more and more viewers are increasing, coming and going, new are joining. So
Okay.
I'll again introduce this is author Kumar Kinshuk with us, the writer of the book Two Indian Girls. The book is free on Kindle for 2 days, so you can download the book and read the book. Okay. So Kinshuk, coming back to the your book, which is the favorite plot of the book, the favorite part, the favorite is it a crime, is it a love, is it a murder scene, which is the favorite part of the book which you loved the more?
See, there are two things. When I was writing this book, there was a thought process on the back, which I was considering and I was mulling over and I was writing about. So I did not want this book to be just a pure, maybe love story or a friendship story or just a crime story. What I wanted was, see, what happens is not many Indian books are read by people in the US or UK or Australia or
Correct.
Canada. And whoever reads it, they can't decipher from what you have read in as to which part of India the book belongs to. So if you've not written about the social, the cultural, the value systems, the political environment at all in your book, most fiction authors don't do that. But if you've not given any hint about it, we know about, say, an LA because we've seen so much in news items as well as in movies. But how many people have seen Gaya in Bihar? How many people, for example, have seen Kolkata in the US, sitting in the US? So if you don't give that local feel to a reader in the US, they would never get to know your country, your city, your place. So the intention was dual. One, to kind of educate an external foreign reader about India, about the Indian customs, culture, thought process, and many other things, social mores and political environment. It was also to present them a good story. India is culturally a very diverse country.
Yeah,
So
true.
West and East are different. Mumbai and Patna are different. Mumbai and Ranchi are different. Even Ranchi and Patna are different. So to that extent, this book caters, or I have tried to cater a bit to that kind of a reader who would want to understand about India, about Mumbai, about Patna. The other thing I have tried to also do is, and for this portion, actually, I got some readers who were saying that the book has gone slow in the beginning, which is fine. There was a perspective to that. I was building up a story. Uh, but my favorite part was the police procedural part.
Yes.
When the police inspector goes kind of digging into the case, that is my personal favorite part.
Yeah, because you said a few minutes back that reading crime and all, Agatha Christie, that is all your favorite. So I can, like, we can judge out from that crime and thriller is your favorite part and all. So
Right.
it's really nice that the book cover, the book, the story, the plot, the characters all together have kept like they will keep the reader gripped till the end. And I will really promise each and everyone, those who are viewing this and those who will view it later on, you will really love the plot. It is not like from the first session, like some are telling it is boring or at the perspective or the plot is not proper, but somewhere or the other till the end if you will not reach the end is the most important part in his book, which I think I said to the viewers, and I some of them will start reading from the end now.
That shouldn't happen.
Yeah, because it is human tendency. People have that tendency that yes, she said that the main part is at the end, and they will go and read the end first.
So that you don't do with a mystery.
Yeah, so I'll not
You don't
reveal
allow
more
people to
things.
talk about it also.
So I'll not reveal more things of the book. So let us come to Kinshuk and his life. So I
Yeah.
think the first reader of your book might be your wife.
So I'll tell you, my first reader of the entire manuscript was my brother.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Elder or
yeah,
younger?
younger brother, Gaurav. And he's been my sounding board. My wife has read the entire book, and she was my biggest critic, I would say.
Okay.
So this is not right. This should not be there. This end should be different. That end should be different, and that helped me, like eventually go to the end that I wanted to. But I would say my brother has done the maximum. He might have read this book 20 times by now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he's given me his perspective. He's told me where some errors are there. He's been more of a proofreader and more of an editor than the real editors and the proofreaders of this book.
Really nice, really nice. So, like, what was your wife's first thought, like, as a reader, what she said, how the book, like, we can just judge from the point of view as a reviewer. What was her review?
So, no, so the end product is not what I had initially written. I have changed it quite a bit.
Okay.
In fact, I have reduced a lot of the polity and economy and social. So that was earlier taking about 20 pages in a book, and the book was bigger. I have reduced it to only about 5 or 6 pages. That also some of the readers might not like. But beyond that, the end and the way I was approaching it, I have changed it after I heard from my wife and from my brother. My dad also read it and told me. So uh, there has been a change in the end, and I can't talk about the end, so I can't tell you the
Oh
change
no.
as well right now.
Again, the
But
book
yeah,
will
it
start
has.
from end.
Yeah, but it has been changed to a degree. And the police procedural portion I introduced because I loved it. I have read it so many times. I read proper police procedural and law related novels from the US.
Okay.
So, and I watch only FBI and CII kind of serials. So to that
CID, Crime
extent, yeah.
Patrol.
No, not
Not that.
CID. CID I have watched in the past,
Yeah.
but right now I love those FBI ones and those
Oh wow,
CIA
that's are
and
also
all of
great.
those. Yeah, so anything coming out of there, or I also, because my kids love Marvel and
Oh
DC, so
wow.
I also love them. Those characters are my favorite characters.
So nice. So, how old your kids are?
So my son has gone into engineering.
Oh wow.
So yeah, he's joined the engineering college in Bangalore, and my daughter, she is in standard 9.
Okay. So, like, you are also behind them to write essays.
So I could not get my son to write.
Okay.
He wanted to be an engineer, and he is into IT full day. He's into his IT stuff. Can't change him. My daughter is a very good, I wouldn't say writer now, but I would say she loves whenever she wants to. I can't force her. Neither do I want to force her. I don't want to tell her to pick up a particular stream and follow it in the future. But I've seen she has streaks of being a good writer in the future. She's written some very good poems already,
Oh
which my
wow.
dad also loved. So I think she has that. She might want to in future.
Okay. So, like, in future, we'll get a new author with us. We'll have the opportunity to introduce her also.
Sure, I would love that
Yes.
day.
Best wishes to her from our side. So,
Thank you.
like, how how have been your journey of this? Like, you are a new author, and like you are been now struggling and growing. So, like, is the journey of being a author difficult? So, why I'm putting this question, because many of the readers here, they are somewhere or the other side in their heart having a author inside them, which they want to bring it out, but due to some lot of questions and everything, they never bring that thing out of their mind, and they even try to read something or write something. So can you just share your views with the viewers, that how has this journey been with you? Was it nice or good, or just smoothly it went?
So I'll tell you, like initially I told you, it took me 5 years to write my first novel,
Okay.
only because I was not getting into the structure of it. I did not want to get it. I wanted it to be like whatever comes to my mind, I'll write, and the flow will come. I went for the flow, but I now realize there has to be a basic structure, otherwise your flow will not take you anywhere.
Correct.
So it took me so much time, and my second novel I wrote in 12 days flat. because I created a structure and then I went just writing through the night. So I understand that. But I what I've understood now is, across the world, you have over a million books, and India might have more than 500 writers. Globally, we might have maybe 100,000 writers now writing in English. I'm not even counting the other languages. So, if you have to go out and be seen in the market, as an author, you would dread not being able to sell, because that is the you would want a reader to read your book. You would want many readers, not for the money. You would want at least 5,000 people to know you because of your books.
Yeah,
So
true.
they should have heard you, they should have read you. If you're not able to reach out to them, that is the most difficult thing. So a writer, writing does not make him nervous. He knows he'll be able to write. He knows he'll be able to create a good story. And Indians are better than I would say most of the others on story writing, because in our past we have so many stories in our house from our grand dad and grandmom. We've heard so many stories. So story creation is in our genes, I would say.
Yeah,
But
correct.
how to present it eventually in the market where you have 500 people fighting for a space, so that's the most important and most difficult part. So I was reading a blog by a very big author called David Gogran,
Okay.
and he says that 80% is marketing and only 20% is writing.
Okay.
So yeah, so the work today that we are doing is part of the 80% of marketing the book, and that 20% which you've written, that you can actually do in a month. But if you have to sustain yourself for the long term, and if you want a group of readers who love your work, then you have to reach out to them, and that is the most difficult thing to do. Most of the writers you would see are quiet people, because they keep thinking, they keep rationalizing, they keep analyzing, and they also become very in groups they would not talk much.
Correct.
They would hear people, they would listen to people, they would want to understand, learn. So they are not the best marketers of themselves. While my background has been marketing and sales, so to an extent maybe I would figure it out. But most of the readers out there who want to become writers, they have to figure out the marketing first.
Correct.
How would you reach out? Then they would do the writing.
Indeed. Yeah, totally agreed with everything, because I think observation, experience, sustaining, and everything is important. Even marketing is important. Even if we are launching a product, a soap also, marketing is very much important. And that too in India, people just buy things only through commercials and only through the marketing which is going on. So that
Right.
is the mentality of each and every human, we can say that. So, like, it's
Sure.
really nice, Kinshuk, you came with us, and it was really nice to have you in the live session. You shared so many things with us. We came to know about you also many things. So, before we leave the session and we wrap up with it, we would like you to share some inspirational thoughts with the viewers, and also at the end, a small shairi from your side.
Oh my God, don't tell me. I'll have to take out my laptop for that.
No problem. You can do it. We are waiting for that. And
Okay, I'll
you
do it.
viewers should know that yes, Kinshuk knows Shairi and everything. And soon we would like to hear on your posts and through videos and all about the kitchen gardening and growing without lights. Sure, we would love to hear that from you.
Sure, sure, would do. Not a problem.
Okay.
The only thing is, yeah, I'm a simple human being. Don't have any major things to achieve in life, don't want to. But I want to be read. I want to be seen. I want people to, after 10 years, say that, yeah, I know this guy. Because of his writing, I understand him. So that's very important. Because every
Correct.
writer, whatever he writes, after a period of time, if you've read 10 of his works, then you would understand the person behind him. Even though
Correct.
it is fiction, you'll still understand his style, his voice, the way he writes, and you'll try and maybe figure out what the author in him is and what the person in him is.
Yeah,
So
true.
it comes out in many myriad ways, I would say, many different ways. I'll just narrate a shairi, small one, not very small.
No,
It's
it's
not a
okay.
shairi actually, it's a nazm.
Oh, wow.
So shairi would be couplet, nazm would be a slightly longer one.
Yeah.
It's more of a poem. So I'll just narrate. हमें मंजूर नहीं ये अदाएं तेरी, ये दिलकशी तेरी, ये बंदगी तेरी, ये बदली हुई सी रूह तेरी, तेरा दर पे खड़ा एक मुसाफिर हूं गरीब हूं मैं, खुदा बख्श हूं मैं खाने में मुझे भी जगह दे दे ऐसा की, मैं खाने में मुझे भी जगह दे दे ऐसा की, भर भर कर तेरी झोली में हमने वोट्स डाले, भर भर कर तेरी झोली में मैंने वोट्स डाले, तेरी परस्तिश की है, तेरी इबादत की है, मक्कारी से हमें क्यों रुसवा करते हो, मक्कारी से हमें क्यों बेपर्दा करते हो, मैं खुदाबश हूं, गरीब हूं, मेरा साथ मगर हमसे ही बैर क्यों करते हो, तेरी आशिकी का जुनून कुछ ऐसा है कि आशिक की ही हम तुम दिलो जान से नसबंदी करते हो, कि आशिक की ही तुम दिलो जान से नसबंदी करते हो, कहां जाएं ए मालिक, अब तू ही बता ए खुदा, कहां जाएं, कहां.
Wow. Really beautiful lines.
So this is about the emergency in India.
Yeah, came to know. I think in this situation, people will love to hear this poem again and again because nowadays emergency is the most important word going on. I think who is
So
this Sanjay Prasad sir. He is telling that assurance in marketing must be supported by the product quality, which in your case will be present all the best. So thank you so much,
th-
sir.
thank you so much. So
Okay.
I'll also narrate one more small nazm.
Yeah, sure.
Uh, so हिंदुस्तान का क्या हसीन ख्वाब दिखाया था तुमने ऐ खुदा. So you'll see there is a bent of social and political thing. हिंदुस्तान का क्या हसीन ख्वाब दिखाया था तुमने ऐ खुदा, हमको तुमने खली बली कर रखा था बीते बरस, हमको तुमने खली बली कर रखा था बीते बरस, मेरे ख्वाब की ताबीर में तुमने हिंदुस्तान को जिबा और माहरू दिखाया था, मेरे ख्वाब की ताबीर में तुमने हिंदुस्तान को जिबा और माहरू दिखाया था, मगर तुमने क्या नसीब बख्शा है, ये कैसा दिन तुमने आज हमें दिखाया है, ए खुदा आज तुम इंसानियत को मत रुसवा करना, ए खुदा आज तुम इंसानियत को हैवानियत से बचा लेना, हम खुदा के बंदे तुमसे गुजारिश करते हैं, आज तुम इंसानियत को ना रुसवा करना.
Wow, really beautiful and so nice lines written by you. Like feel like listening it again and again. I think we would
Thank
come
you.
up with more live sessions to introduce your shairis, your books, and your books which would come in more coming up timings and all. So,
Sure.
Kinshuk, when can we expect the next series of your book?
I think very soon. So my book is written. We've done the editing. Uh, it's been typeset. Proofreading has been done. So another month's time, I think I should be live.
Okay. So it's really a waiting time for all the viewers. The surprise will be coming soon with us. So just complete the first series so that you can go on with the second series
Right.
of Kumar Kinshuk. And
Right.
we wish you all the best for your upcoming projects, for your shairis, your kitchen gardening, your life. Love to your daughter to see her coming with more and more writings. And we would love to see you again back with us in the live session, and we will learn many things from you. So it was really
Thank
nice,
you.
Kinshuk, to have you with us. We wish you all the best and great success in your life.
Thank you so much, Tanmeen. So it's been great. So I think you are my first interviewer to that extent on a live session. So I've also done a podcast with a gentleman earlier,
Okay,
which would appear on the 5th.
okay.
But they are also very good, so very well conducted. And I would do a couple of more of these live sessions to just kind of get closer to my readers
Yes,
and also to the public there. I'm a new guy, newbie, and they need to
yes.
see me, they
Our
need
help
to
is
read me.
always with you.
Sure, I know, I know. You've been very good right from the beginning. You've been very supportive, and thank you. I would take your leave, and I would request everyone who's seen this over the next 2 days, the book is free on Kindle. So just go ahead, download it, read it. It's something about people around you. You'll maybe feel some people you've seen in your lives, you've met in your lives. And please do go ahead and put your reviews on Goodreads and Amazon. That would really help a new author. You know that.
Yes.
And I am trying to also kind of pitch it in the US. So, as I said, I'm trying to learn marketing from the best, and I'm trying to do that. So, today onwards, that also starts.
Yeah.
So,
So
hoping
wish
to be
you
there.
all the
Yeah.
best, and it was my pleasure to have you interviewed, and the lucky one to take your live interview first.
Thank you so much. Always a
Okay.
pleasure.
Yes. Wish you good luck, Kinshuk. See you soon. Take
Thank you.
care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.